We had a brief look, Zaheer, at that innings progression. I think there are some talking points in there because Australia's middle order and Australia's middle section has been a talking point of late. They didn't allow that to drift off, and I think Australia will be pleased about that. They didn't have to go completely berserk, but they didn't lose too many wickets, and they kept the momentum going.
Yes, they have got to a decent total, and the difference in excess of 200, which we're looking at, is thanks to Natarajan, who really stood out from the Indian bowling side. I think he has shown a lot of improvement in his short career. He's adapting to this international setup very well, and that is the exciting part for Indian cricket. He's no longer just the bowler who we've seen in IPL, who are just focusing on those Yorkers, but is adapting quickly to using his variations. We saw those off cutters which he has been bowling, mixing it really well, just not being predictable with going for those Yorkers. He got a wicket of a short ball as well today, which was really good. And in the previous game, you've seen him getting the key wicket of Maxwell with the ball coming back into him. So these are very positive signs for the youngster going forward.
Yeah, if you have a look at all those bowling figures, I mean, everyone going close to 10 for Washington Sundar, 4 overs for 16 the previous game, doubled it on this particular occasion. And in that sort of scenario, Michael, to have 4 overs, 2 for 20 is quite incredible. It's not that you've just joined a party where everyone's going at the opposition.
No, I mean, he looks a fantastic find for India. And that's the added value of what you have in India now in the IPL, that you can throw players into an international setup pretty much knowing that they'll be able to cope with the kind of skill levels and the pressure. Because they've delivered in the IPL, the amount of pressure that these players are under in that tournament, stands them in great stead for playing international cricket. And he's got the skills. He's obviously got the mind as well. I think he looks like he's a real good thinking bowler. I just like his variations, and I love that stat that Adam Gilchrist read out on commentary about the Yorkers that he bowled in the IPL. So much ahead of any of the other bowlers. And a reminder to us all that the Yorker, I still always say, and I know it's always deemed a little bit like an old school thought that the Yorker's the ball to go to, but the Yorker is the ball to go to in T20 cricket if you bowl it correctly. It's not the ball to go to if you get it wrong, or you miss your length by 6 or 7 inches, or you bowl your full tosses. But if you can get that Yorker right, and I think his action, again, they've been talking about it on commentary, it does look like an action that's quite difficult to pick up as a batter, the quick arm speed, and those variations of those cutters look really difficult to pick from the hands. So I think he's going to be around, particularly white ball cricket, for a while for the Indian team.
Let's get our own left arm seamer into this. Yes, as Michael Vaughan said, Yorker's important. We saw the wicket of Mitchell Starc in the previous game. But what he's also done well is he's played the conditions, and he's got wickets with a short ball. He's got wickets with a length delivery as well at the right time.
That's the encouraging part. At this level, with the technology around, all the batters are trying to stay ahead of you. How you're thinking, your thinking also gets decoded very quickly and fast. So that is something, which as a bowler you have to stay ahead of, and that is something which I've seen from him, which is the encouraging part with regard to his variations and how quickly he adapted. Certainly, he's got a difficult role to play. It's not easy for a bowler to start at this level with doing the tough job. I think he's doing the tough job for the team, which is bowling those back end overs when the batters are going to come hard at you, and he's looking comfortable and clear in his thinking. So that is the good sign for him and the team going forward.